Wearing regular clothes is always going to feel weird to me at this point. But anywho, this is Creative Christianity Part 2, and we're going to call this one Capped Creativity. And I'm going to just start off by submitting this idea that pain sometimes is not just the greatest teacher, it's the loudest teacher. And pain produces thought patterns and processes that are not necessarily incorrect, but may I submit that they're incomplete. That sometimes pain produces safety at the cost of your own effectiveness. Look at this outfit. This is a basic base level outfit, right? Follows the rules, compliant, all these things. And sometimes life is the same way, where we are sometimes compliant. We follow the rules because we don't want to experience criticism, disconnection, or being disowned. We people please. We follow the well-intended words of those that mean us well, even if those words become inconsistent with the living word. Everything is cool, calm, and copacetic until you experience this holy discontent rooted in this one word right here: more. For some, they survive poverty, but then they stumble upon the book of John, and when Jesus says, "I have come that you may have life and have it more abundantly." You still got the shirt on because you remember where you came from, but you also know that just because you survived a circumstance does not mean that it has to convert to your standard of living. And you begin to say, "It's cool if that's all y'all want, but I believe God got some more." You begin to say, "It's cool if that's all y'all want, but I believe God got some more. I believe that God can do some more." Then you stumble upon what's written in the book of Ephesians, where Paul says, "Now unto him." You realize you still got on the same shirt. You still got on the same upbringing, the same traumas, the same triggers, the same parents, the same past, the same pain. But when the word begins to work on your words, don't miss that. You can have the same past, but you have a completely different perspective, which now opens you up to new possibilities. See, because sometimes you don't need another shirt. You don't need a different family, a different past. When you serve a redeemer, to allow him to intervene in the confines of that mind to renew it so that you can see the same thing. And you don't just see it differently, you see it completely. It reminds me of in the book of Genesis, Joseph, where he was interpreting dreams, and him interpreting dreams in one season produced bondage. Him interpreting dreams in a different season produces freedom. But we can be damaged and still experience the thing that damaged us also being redeemed. Because when God intervenes, see, some of when people come to an early conclusion about a circumstance, they actually are correct. There's just a clause, it's called "but." This information is not inaccurate. It's only incomplete because you're unaware of who else is also involved. This would only be damaging if there was not the intervention of the Redeemer, but because there is, this is not just damaging, it's also redeemable. See,